Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. It's the 18th of October 2024. The markets are looking a bit bullish in the morning, and Netflix had a fantastic quarterly result, and that's definitely going to give a little bit of enthusiasm in the market, but I think caution is advised. I'll explain as we proceed. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Let's start off with the CNBC section first. All the indices are looking positive. Dow is mildly positive. It has been struggling, but S&P and Nasdaq futures are looking pretty good. Oil is marginally down again this morning. The big news is Netflix shares jumping 5% in pre-market after third quarter earnings. We'll have a look at that. They did very well overall in terms of margins, even though other indices didn't come out very well for Netflix, but overall it was a good performance. Two items that catch my eye, which is first of its kind. We have never seen that before. One is Musk pushes debunk Dominion voting conspiracy theory at first Pennsylvania appearance. CEO getting involved in active politics, and also talking about something where I think the court has ruled that it was a conspiracy theory. This is very risky, and I'm not sure what the board of directors of Tesla are going to do when they see these kind of activities. Did Elon Musk clear it with the board that he was going to perform these activities? For example, even if you are a waiter working in a restaurant, your boss definitely wants to know what you're doing if it's going to affect the business. So after paying $55 billion to Elon Musk to be the CEO, Tesla board is saying it's okay if you have side hustles going on. It's also okay if you go and talk in public arena on politics. So this seems a little bit crazy. There will definitely be a fallout later on. And then the other one I am seeing for the first time is Amazon makes first foray into live news with election special hosted by Brian Williams. Now, there are a lot of media companies which have to do all these kind of things, but Amazon so far has been into e-commerce, into cloud, and into sports. All of those things seemed very low risk, but this particular venture, I think, is fraught with a lot of risks, because last time a lot of news organizations got into a lot of trouble because of how they reported calls on various electoral colleges going in favor of various candidates. So this is something we have to watch. It may have an impact on Amazon share price around the election day and the results based on how things turn out. So those are two things that I would like to keep an eye on. Apart from that, I think the fear and greed index is at 71. It's dropped down a point from yesterday, but still it's in a healthy state, I think. And if you look at economic calendar, I don't see anything major that's going to make any difference to the stock market as such. And we look at the stock heat map, and money has gone into energy and basic materials yesterday, and a good part to the semiconductors, but rest of the areas have been pretty red overall. And let's go on to have a look at Nasdaq futures. And I want to show you a couple of extra lines that I have drawn in an effort to get much better information. Now I have drawn this line of resistance on the top, and I've drawn a line of support on the bottom to show the trajectory. We are coming into a squeeze out here. And today we have a resistance at 20,664.25, which has been carrying on with us all the way from 1st of July 2024, when we tried to challenge it for the first time and we couldn't succeed. And we have a kind of double bottom also out here, which kind of indicates that we are going to go upwards. But there are contradictory signs also. As we keep on moving upwards, we see there is a divergence out here, which shows that there's a kind of negative divergence, because your RSI and MACD are moving in the opposite direction. So the divergence is something I'm worried about. So there's a possibility that we may get pushed down from here, and that may be a real push on the way back down. That's my feeling. Of course, I'm a retail investor. I don't claim to be an expert. This is my personal opinion, not financial advice. I'd like to hear from you guys if you see something similar out there. And if we trace this back into QQQ, you see the same kind of a situation here in QQQ. I'm going to draw another line out here just to connect the tops out here so that we can see what it looks like. And again, all these are weekly candles. All of these candles are weekly candles because that's where we can see how these lines manifest in a neat manner. Another thing I have done is I have also drawn a cup and handle out here, because this cup and handle pattern, I had missed it before. It projects a target of around 508. We are at 491. So I think there's a little more to gain before we give up and start falling down. So that's the mixed message that I have here. When we have this upward swing, and if you look at the same duration out here, I suspect there is a bearish divergence, and at the same time this cup and handle is almost close to being fulfilled, and we also have a resistance which happens to be at 503. The cup and handle is at around 500, so there's a $3 gap, and we are in between this narrow range which we have to break through. So it could go either way. And let's go on and have a look at our other stocks. Google is, as I pointed out, Google has got a reverse head and shoulder. Let me go to the daily charts. So Google has this reverse head and shoulder. Again, today we are up 0.28%. Yesterday also we were up in the morning, but later on we dropped 1.34%. So today we are up again in an attempt to go forward upwards, but we are still not formed the complete reverse head and shoulder, in my opinion. We need to wait until we go further up and we create a neckline. That has not happened. Our momentum is starting to drop, but MACD is bullish. Tesla is negative 0.36% pre-market, and it's got very weak fundamentals out here. And also we saw Elon Musk on the news with the debunked dominion theory, where some companies have paid huge penalties. So he's wading into problems that may definitely have an impact on Tesla. Apple is up 1.56%. We got really good technical indicators out here with momentum above average and MACD also being bullish. So hoping for the best today. There's a huge gap up in the morning. And we have Meta, which is up 0.50% in the pre-market trades. MACD is looking weak and momentum is flat, but still above average. So we could still get something out of Meta, maybe another red candle, but ending higher or maybe at the same level as we did the last 2 days. And then you have Amazon up 0.26%. Getting into this narrow wedge. We have to break out on the upside because we are on a bull channel and the wedge is forming out here. Let me just draw a line to show you what I mean by the wedge. So this is the kind of wedge that I'm looking at, and I would term this as a bullish wedge or a pennant. You could call it a pennant as well. So it's a bullish pennant and it has to break out on the upside most of the time. Momentum is picking up. MACD is moving towards the signal line. And we also have earnings coming on the 24th of October. So I think Amazon has a good chance of moving up. Microsoft is up 0.09% this morning, still struggling to go and break through this resistance of 421.08. Momentum is still weak, but it's picking up. It's a little flat right now. MACD is showing some promise as it moves towards the signal line, towards the bullish side. And we have AMD up 0.77% in pre-market trades. We had 3 red candles, but they have been doing a little bit of a trend reversal out here. So today also could potentially end up being a red candle because MACD is negative, it's bearish, and also momentum is below average. Palantir is up 0.26%. Yesterday I closed out my covered calls and booked some profit out there. I also sold off Palantir at around $42.00. So I'm happy with that. And FNGU is up 3.02%, and AVGO, that is Broadcom, is up 0.23% in the pre-market trades. Oracle is up 0.53% in pre-market trades, consolidating very, very carefully and moving slowly upwards. Very nicely done out here. And Micron is up 0.28% in pre-market trade. And we have Cloudflare up 0.18% in pre-market trade. Very very bearish in the charts out here, but MACD is also tending towards the signal line. Momentum is dropping, and we have AMAT, which is up 1.21% at Applied Materials, very weak on the charts overall, and we have NVIDIA, which is up 0.80, trying to go up again to test the all-time high of around 140.85. Momentum is looking great. MACD is also looking good, so things should look better this morning. Qualcomm is up 0.71% in pre-market trade. Momentum is flat. MACD is bullish, so Qualcomm might accumulate a little bit today, but the last 3 days have been red candle, which means it started higher and then dropped. So today also could be a red candle. We'll have to watch out for that. SMCI is up 0.79% in pre-market trade, and momentum is dropping but still above average. MACD is moving towards the signal line. Let's see what happens today. It has got its own baggage, and there is a earnings report which is coming out on the 29th of October. I think it's around 11 days away from now, so that will also have a impact on options and others. ARM is up 1.35%. And we got a situation, I think, which indicates that investors are enthusiastic, and there are a lot of people who think ARM should be worth more, but once the market starts, there are a lot of sellers, and therefore we have red candles, which indicates we started higher on the day and then we dropped. So there is this profit taking also happening. There is a little lack of confidence in a good section of the investors, and there's a great deal of conviction in some investors. That's the reason why we are seeing this. We are up 1.23% in pre-market trades. Momentum is also moving up, and MACD is tending towards the signal line to cross over to the bear side, but it is still bullish right now. So this tussle between optimism and pessimism is playing out in many of these semiconductor stocks. We'll see what happens. ASML is up 1.20%, slowly trying to recapture all the value that it lost earlier. I think ASML is a fundamentally sound company. It just needs to reorganize its revenue geographies, because it's I think its Chinese exposure is what has caused the price to drop. I personally feel that it's a good buy at this value, at this price, and it will definitely pick up. It's dropped significantly. Could this be the time? I don't know. Again, my experience in the market has taught that it's futile to predict what's going to happen. We can try to divine all those things, but never rely on it. Just react when the thing starts picking up. We may lose a little bit of a margin that we could have made if we had reacted earlier, but that's a small price to pay to avoid losses and getting locked into dead positions. So I would watch ASML, and maybe when it comes closer to 7:30, I would start looking at all the technicals and news items and try to see if it's a time to enter. Intel is up 0.58%, and SMH semiconductor ETF is up 0.44%, again indicating that we are going to do better for the semiconductor sector this morning. And after that, I think I would like to take you to the genomics side and have a look at what's happening in genomics. PSEB is up 2.11% in pre-market trades, and then we have IMTX, which is up 4.71% in pre-market trades. We have earnings coming up on 12th of November. Bluebird Bio is up 0.66% in pre-market trade. Ginkgo Bioworks is up. Ginkgo Bioworks is down 1.91% pre-market. Prime is up 2.37% in pre-market trades. Allogene has got no trades pre-market. Iowa is up 0.29% pre-market, still consolidating. And then we have Beam Therapeutics, which is down 0.41% in pre-market trades. Intelia is up 1.29% in pre-market trades, going very, very strong. We have bullish MACD, and we have got plenty of room on the RSI. Intelia definitely looks quite strong. Editas has got no trades pre-market. Altimmune is down 0.59% in pre-market trades, still struggling to get into this diagonal wedge that we have out here. And we have Caribou Biosciences without any trades in pre-market action, and CRISPR Therapeutics is flat in pre-market trades, still trying to get into this area of resistance. I would say this is red color out here for resistance, and this is also red. But overall, I think CRISPR has shown great deal of strength. MACD is still bullish, so I'm optimistic about CRISPR's prospect. ARCG is up 0.29%. Still, it's quite weak overall. And we have Grail, which has got no trades pre-market. Illumina is up 0.36% in pre-market trades. It's still on a bull channel, so not worried too much. Verve has got no trades pre-market. So friends, that brings me to an end of today's video. And yesterday I got some positive feedback regarding covering the Indian market, so I'm going to start a separate segment. And I had discussed about a company called Wipro, which has given a 1:1 bonus. The main thing is that one has to look at the record date for the bonus, because that's when the share price will go down. The record date will be available very soon, and when the record date is announced, you have to be careful, because if people buy at the wrong time, they may lose a lot of money. So watch out for the record date. The record date is the date on which your name should be on the books of the company as a shareholder, so that you get an additional ADR and get an additional share. And once that happens, there'll be twice the number of shares floating in the market, even though the face value remains the same. Therefore, the price will fall. And this is a 1:1 issue, so you'll see a 50% drop in share price approximately. So that's what I wanted to say, which I forgot to mention in my video yesterday. And I'm wishing you all the very best for today. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.